in today's video we are going to be creating a Bridgeton style or a Bridgeton inspired look on Ashley. I wanted to go for Penelope, which if you haven't seen Bridgeton, you should go see it.
Yes.
But
watch it now.
Yeah.
Stop this. Watch it. Come back.
But it's pretty much like she has like a very classic look to her, like with a bit of like a smudged black liner, a bit of a red bold lip.
This is in the new season though.
New season,
like she's now a woman.
Yeah, she gives the elegant vibe. So we wanted to give off that same vibe but turn it down a little bit. So we're not gonna do, are we doing the full red lip?
If we want to.
We might do a red lip, we might do an orange lip. It depends on what kind of vibe we're looking for. The first product that I'm going to go with is the Hydra Boost Serum by Mariella Skin. This one's going to really help lock in all of that moisture, and we want to continue keeping Ashley's skin hydrated, so that's going to be the best thing to do that.
Okay, so topic number 1. How did we meet, Jasmine?
So we were working at the same work environment.
Yep.
And
they should not be named.
They should not be named. And we kind of just were working in a similar type of position, so we got along, and I don't know, we kind of just bonded on the trauma that we experienced.
We're trauma bonding.
Like, people always ask us how we meet, and I feel like it's like the most...
We always look at each other and we're like, are we gonna tell like the traumatic story? Yeah.
Or just like the short
or just
story.
Like, oh, we worked together. Yeah. But I think it was, I started in the August and it's literally been 2 years since I started at that place. It's been 2 years to like the day that we met.
Yeah. We actually were talking about this the other day, so it's interesting that we're making this video, but we were kind of like, oh my god, you know, it's been 2 years since we met, so it's been 2 years since we started EB, well, technically. Like, and I was like, true, because even before we started EB, it wasn't like we started it instantly. It wasn't like, oh, we became friends and it was like, oh, EB started. No. But we didn't really know much about each other when she first started. I was pretty closed off because I was pretty solidified in my role and I didn't have anything to do with training anyone. So I was like, I'm not gonna make... We
weren't on the same roster really either.
No. And by the way, sorry, we are now using the Mariella Skin Eye Cream, and this one's really, really good for locking in the hydration. The hydration under the eyes. I'm just going in with the MCO Beauty Flawless Filter. Or Flawless Glow, sorry. Serum foundation, I guess?
It's just like the Charlotte, it's just like a Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah.
I can imagine that I haven't ever used the Charlotte Tilbury because I've always just been like, that's kind of expensive. Yeah. But this one actually gives a really nice glow.
But we don't even have Charlotte Tilbury in our actual kit.
No.
Like, obviously we buy expensive products for the kit. But I wouldn't even spend my money on that for my kit.
I don't know, I think it works on certain types of skincare. Skin types. I've never used it, so I guess for me, like, I've never... I need to try it. I need to try it first. But
it's just good to have that, like, glow, like, that skin.
My thing has always just been, like, the price of it, I guess.
Yeah. Whereas that's only, like, $37 compared to, what, 60?
Like, it just gives such a nice glow. Like, I can't. I'm gonna go with the NARS Pot Concealer in the shade 1 Light, and I'm also going to be mixing it in with the Fenty Beauty shade 150 Concealer. That one will just create a little bit more of a matte surface, whereas the NARS is a little bit more on the creamy / semi-matte, semi-radiant.
Soft matte.
But because we're going for that really porcelain looking doll skin, we're gonna go for a bit more of a coverage.
Full coverage.
Ashley and I were walking through Karen Shopping Centre and we're kind of like, okay, we need to find a new concealer. We tried so many. And we tried so many different concealers. We even tried the Morphe concealer. Morphe, the Kosas,
we went into obviously Sephora. Yeah. And we were like, well, we've seen everything here. We want something new. I think we tried the MAC one as well. I tried the Urban Decay one again because I've used that one before. The Hourglass I did like, but wow, what a price tag. Not worth it. No. So we kind of were just like, okay, what does everyone like harp on about? Like,
let's spend a little bit of money, like, you know, let's see. So we decided to try the
like this is for us personally, by the way.
Yeah.
We don't buy pricey stuff for ourselves personally.
How flawless it makes. I haven't even blended it with a beauty blender yet. But obviously I would just blend it in with the beauty blender just for the fine lines.
Yeah, it gives
but anything
matte.
Yeah, it's just such a nice finish.
Excited for her to try this. I kind of gave it a good go the other day. It's the Curve Case Lighter palette, and I was kind of, I don't know, I thought it was going to be like very grey, but it's actually like just neutral.
It's I like it.
Yeah. So I definitely go for like the darker one first and like take a little bit off and like warm it up on your hand is definitely like the best way.
We've gone through, I guess, how we met journey story.
Yeah.
But I guess another question is how people always kind of ask like, oh, what was your first year like? Like,
yeah.
You know, and I feel like people always ask me as well, like, how much did you spend? And it's like, well,
yeah,
that varies depending on businesses, but
I actually don't have an actual number of how much we spent.
We did spend like a good amount of money. Like you are going to spend like a good amount of money to get stuff started. And the first year was definitely not
no matter
easy.
What business.
It was hard.
It was hard in a way of like, it was busy in a sense of, it was busy. Yes, we had quite a few bookings for sure, but that also entails then admin, cleaning brushes more often, not being able to go out with your friends on a Saturday afternoon because you've got fully booked day. Having to obviously work throughout the Christmas period, like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, working all those days, the festival days, like basically we didn't have much of a social life.
Yeah, but I feel like another aspect that was hard as well was the fact that it was a new journey. Like we were learning how to deal with a completely new business structure that neither of us had done before. Like Ashley had done it on her own, but like now she's incorporating someone else, and like we're completely changing the business structure to accommodate to like bigger, better things, and like to make a business that's umbrella to so many different avenues and services that we could do in the future. And we always wanted to like expand and expand and expand. And I think the first year, because everything was happening so quickly, we got so overwhelmed, like as well.
Because we were just like, oh, we just need to take as many bookings as possible. And then it kind of got like, oh my god, everybody does love our makeup and hair and everything and our services like that. But it wasn't giving us enough time to learn the other services that we had planned out for our first year. So it kind of took like a whole other avenue.
I think we just didn't anticipate we didn't anticipate to be so busy so soon. Like the build up was definitely very quick, and
I feel like now we're a bit more settled. Like this year we're ready for it. We're like ready to, if we're not busy, we're gonna be busy because we've got this and this to do.
And I think that's testament to show that like when things are hard, you just got to keep going, and that's how people are able to make it. And then it makes the difference between the people that don't and quit, you know, because it is something that is hard, and like we were saying, it's very taxing on our social life, you know, also on our mental, as well on our financial, because at the time we were putting in a lot more money than what we were making. And like there's just all these other factors. So like when people ask me like, how did you start Eclipse Beauty, I always say it's not easy, and it's never going to be easy, and I can't really give you the tools. It's something that you're gonna have to kind of figure out depending on what you want to do. I always feel like if this is my new thing, I literally wrote this in my journal. If a task is difficult, split it. Just split it. Split that task if it's difficult. Like, doesn't need to be 2 people, we've just got 2 people. But just if you've got something to do with the business, split it across 2 admin days. Don't just limit yourself to 1 admin day if
you want to cram everything into one day and overwork yourself and like not have a minute to breathe or stop for, like, when did we never stop for lunch?
Yeah.
Like, we never used to stop for lunch.
And now we make it a priority.
And now we make it a priority to stop for lunch, but it's also because we're mentally actually thinking about, oh, we're doing this for fun today. It's not because we need to get bookings and we need to get out of this job and we need to move, we need to do this, we need to do that. It's because we want to now.
Yeah, we were overworking ourselves, like to the point where we were
working every day because we had other like full-time jobs.
Yeah,
like it just wasn't working.
No. Now we use this palette all the time, and I think it's because it's mainly got all of the colors that you would need for any type of look. If you wanted to go more warm tone, even a little bit more cool tone, they do have that as well. But today we're going to go more for the warmer tones and also a little bit darker because Penelope is kind of a baddie. So the first one that I'm going to go with is this. That's called Milestone.
Ooh, Milestone.
Okay, close your eyes. I'm going to go in the shade Union, and this one here I'm just going to use mainly to deepen up her outer corner here. Look at me for a second. Look straight.
So good.
Did you see it? How did you see it?
I just looked.
Oh. So how did you fake it here?
Yeah. Do you know what? This reminds me of my engagement.
Okay.
My engagement.
Oh yeah, it does kind of.
But better. This is. Wait, could this be my maiden makeup?
Medding.
My maiden makeup. My maiden makeup.
And just defining that, and then
clean it off a little bit. Clean up on aisle 3.
Yeah, y'all. What we're looking like right now is kind of vibing. I like it.
I just love, this is like basically your signature look, I feel, in a vibe of the way it's blended out.
Yeah.
Your technique.
My technique,
like,
yeah.
This is your own individual technique for sure.
Bring it up and again.
Every layer spritz the face. It just keeps the skin hydrated so it doesn't soak up all of the product, and so that the product stays on the face. This blush, okay, I'm trialing it out. So we're using the pink, the very, very pink shade here from the Mama Mitchell. It's called Candy Quartz. That's cute. And I'm also using Light by Little, and I've mixed them together. And then from our own little concoction here, I've used a corally red tone here, which has just made the shade a little bit more on that tone that we want it to be and less pink. That looks so good. Wait, oh, look at that gloss though. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Concoction. So do you like the Mama Mitchell palette, the curved K's? Yay, that means I get to get all of them. I set. Now everyone doesn't have to set like this. I've had people tell me, no, that doesn't work for me, so you do you, boo. But this is just how I like to set the face, and I will go in with a bit of a brush, I will go in with a brush to kind of get rid of any excess. But I think that this really sets in all of the tones. Like, I feel like it blends it all smoothly together. You're not using an excess amount of product, but you are using the product for what it's actually worth and what it actually is used for. I know I've seen a lot of artists like bake and add like a bunch of product and then bake for a bit and then wipe it off. You can do whatever you want. This is just how I like to do it. I kind of like to press it into the skin. And I'll bring that all the way down, and then I kind of just use that as the powder. You know, you don't have to have a harsh line. Some people like that, some people really don't, so it's up to you, girl. Bronzer, we're going to be using the Gucci bronzer in number 1.
I don't actually know if that's the correct case.
No, it's not, because she ran out. So this is another number 2.5, and she's nearly gone. It's my last one.
And I honestly love these because they're really nice to blend, and they set the face really nicely as well. And they create some really good definition. It is a bit on the pricier side if you are looking to purchase it, but a good dupe would probably be
Once you get the case though, you only need to get the refills, which is a little bit cheaper obviously. But
I just like the way that it blends on the skin. Like it's like
a neutral tone with a little bit, it's got a little bit of, I feel, a redness to it. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Blurred.
Now for lip liner, we're going to go in with this Sephora lip liner that is in the shade 25. It's called Coral Sunset, and it's a nice red tone.
Yeah, like rusty.
Rusty tone. I'm gonna go in with this Little by Little shade. And then we're gonna go in with the Emco Beauty brow pencil in the shade light medium. It's the Precision Brow, and I'm only gonna fill in the end bits to create the arch, but we're going to keep them quite natural but also thin, because that's kind of like the vibe that they...
Yeah, they don't have any big fluffy brows in this series.
This look, we think we're going to go with the Scorpio lash.
Yeah.
So it's this style here. So the reason why we went for this one here is because it's a little bit of a softer lash, but it does still give you a bit of a dramatic look. No. Look down a little. Thank you guys so much for watching our video, and if you want to watch more of these types of videos, let us know in the comments below, or let us know on Instagram by showing us love on our posts. See you guys in the next video. Bye!